to kick things off, I would love to know if you remember the moment, if there was even a moment when you first and how you first fell in love with animation as a storytelling device.
Oh, I got very lucky because I moved to Los Angeles in 1996, and somehow one of my first jobs was being a voice on the Fox animated series Godzilla.
Oh,
So I immediately started doing animation, and then was doing like a lot of sitcoms and a lot of pilots that they didn't go anywhere. And then years later, I was like, what can I do? Can I do animation again? And you're like, oh, well, you have to tell your agent you want to do that. Not everyone wants to do it. And I was like, yeah, I want to do that. So what do we do? And started auditioning for things and doing Duck Dodgers. I started doing animated shows, and it's saved my brain during the pandemic because it's pretty much all I did was record more narration and more animation. And I started on American Dad, maybe 12 years ago, 13 years ago. So I love it. It's exhilarating to do because it's just the voice. So you really have to commit to it and go for it. And I love it. I'm so pleased that we got to do season 2 of Birdgirl, and I'm hoping we get another season. I don't know how to push for that.
Well, I think the fans want it too. So hopefully
I hope so.
Push and also putting that pressure on.
Yeah, it's a weird show. It's weird. I will say there is nothing like that show on TV. It's wild.
And I think it's so funny. I was thinking about this the other day because there's this concept about like bird people as superheroes. The fans love it. They've been loving it for years. And so I think it's just fantastic. I mean, it's so cool, Paget. Like you were saying, you have made such a beautiful, inspiring career doing both voice and on-screen work. I mean,
That's great.
It's so great.
I mean, thank you for saying that. It makes me feel great. I love them both.
Yeah.
They're totally different.
I mean, I remember in college, I took like one voiceover class, and I remember going into it thinking, this will be easy breezy. Like, how hard can it be? This will be fun. And how the nuance of it, and actually the complexity of that industry, it's very niche. It's hard to get into, but yet it is this really supportive community that is really fascinating. So I just think it's super coul.
Do you do it? Do you do voiceover now? You must. I mean,
I know my voice is very unique.
It is, but that's how you get your foot in the door.
I know. Like, please, this high-pitched voice should help me somehow. I don't. But I always wondered. I was like, But I've learned to embrace my voice, and I think that's what animation, I think, and please tell me if I'm wrong, can help with young actors, especially who, when you go to acting school, you're told to like find your core and your center and lower your voice. I was always forced to lower my voice.
Really?
Yeah. And I think that animation is a beautiful place for all those voices out there that may not have been heard otherwise. And I think it's just really, really fantastic space.
I'm so surprised. I guess, yeah, you were told to lower your voice. It seems like kind of an old school version of acting, which is don't be you, which is now you being you, that people are going to hire you or they don't. But if they hire you, they get you, which they can't get anywhere else. So that was not a good acting school, I would say.
I won't name names because it was a pretty good one too.
Oh, shoot.
But it's true. This was like in the, it was like 2009. So much has changed. But anyways, let's talk about this season of Birdgirl. Judy, along with her bird team, continue to fight crime while navigating the sometimes scarier corporate world, which I think is so funny and so spot on. Speaking of that work-life balance, which we're all trying to figure out, it's a very human problem. how do you think, even in a comedic way, seeing superheroes as silly as Birdgirl, facing the same struggles as the rest of us, helps to sort of ease the pain of life's little frustrations and mundane moments?
It's what excites me. I don't know if I can speak for all superheroes, because I don't know if all the superhero material out there involves, daily failure or the minutia of struggling with insecurities, or not knowing how to ask someone on a date. Like the Birdgirl and Judy both are flawed human, because Birdgirl is not like she doesn't have powers. I don't even know how she's flying around. I don't get it. Judy is the human who's running this terrible corporation that makes horrible products. That now then Birdgirl, she turns into Birdgirl, almost like a split personality. It's very cuckoo, and then tries to fix all of the things that Judy is doing wrong. My favorite thing about any person or cartoon character is the idea of accepting failure. I feel like people are so afraid to fail, and it makes you afraid to try to do something, because you can't do something perfectly the first time. I mean, not anything really of value. I mean, I can take frozen French fries out of the freezer and put them in the oven and succeed without failure. But if you're really trying to, doctors don't just wake up and start doing operations. To get good and confident, you have to go through a lot of failure. And so it makes me so happy when I see people or characters acknowledging, that didn't work, and they get back up on the horse and try again, because I think that's we have to accept that about ourselves and be willing to fail, which is hard. I didn't even try to start acting until I was 25, 26, because everyone said, oh, you should do that, you'd be great. And I was too scared to even try, because I was afraid. I thought it was this ace up my sleeve, like, oh, well, I'll sing in bands for a while and I'll keep bartending. And I didn't have the courage to fail. And so I'm glad I did finally make that leap, but it was circuitous. I hosted a late night talk show in San Francisco for a year before I even tried to get an agent. So that's a long answer. How's that? Did you like that?
It. Oh, great. I mean, just hearing you speak, it's so true. And I mean, I think that we can all relate to that. I mean, especially from a, non-identifying cis white male perspective, failure is it's always cool too, seeing female characters on screen kind of going through the ups and downs of failure, because it's a real thing that society has unfortunately created. And I think that we always have to encourage each other. We're doing each other a disservice if we don't encourage each other to get out there and fail if that's what it takes. And failing should be beautiful and not something that we should be ashamed of. And I think by sort of making light out of that and laughing along with Judy, it really actually makes a difference.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. I'm thinking now that you're saying this, because I think failure is the necessary first step towards success, and it'll happen again and again. And I show a lot of failure. I've tried to take my own headshots on Instagram, and they're terrible. I post those. I post when I fail cooking something. I think the last thing on my Instagram is me pointing to something that's just completely burned.
It's so funny.
It's all I do. That's what I do. I'm not, on private jets or riding around in Lamborghinis. I'm home cooking. That's my hobby. That's what I like to do. I like to feed some squirrels out that window. I like to watch Top Chef, and I like to cook when I'm not being Birdgirl or shooting.
All the million other roles you do. Yeah. Oh, I love it. I think it's, like you said, it's important, and it's something we got to keep talking about and keep encouraging each other.
Yeah.
Go for it. Small or big, All right. Well, if you could pick one favorite from this season of Birdgirl, a favorite shenanigan that the team gets in this season. Do you have a favorite?
Oh geez. Okay. I would say I like the Captain Chaos one, which is very I don't know what number that is. It's very sexy. I've never seen an animated show with so many male nipples. I mean, almost every episode there is a naked man and they're swearing. Like, this show is not for kids. This is not family friendly. It's not DuckTales. It's not. And I do end up playing a lot of birds. I was Della Duck on DuckTales, Birdgirl and Birdgirl. I played another bird in something else. I forgot.
People love the birds. They love animated birds.
I think it's because I have a pointy nose. There's something bird-like about my vocal quality.
Your delicate and gracefulness.
Thank you. I like the Captain Chaos one, but it is like, be prepared watching Birdgirl. In fact, I would not advise binge watching it. It's so strange and interesting and odd and kind of trippy. It's a little psychedelic. And then there are all these different, which I don't know when I'm recording the voice, I don't know. They're going to go into all of these different styles of animation. And there's so many jokes going on, layering, like for a split second, you'll see something. I have to pause to read some of the lists that the writers have created and that I didn't see in the script when we were recording it 9 months before it comes out. So I thought I was going to lose my mind because I watched 5 in a row yesterday. And I thought, we're just living on a dot in a huge, everything is metaverse huge. The telescope goes back 150 billion years now. The James Webb photos we're getting of space. It's just like, what are we doing? We just need to have a good time. We just need to have fun. That's where we are.
True. You got to digest it. You have to think on it. It's fun. Like you said, it is very psychedelic. And I think that's what that's what makes adult cartoons or adult animation so fun, is that you can escape, you can get a little funky and wild and kind of sit back and enjoy the ride, which we need. We need that. Life's chaotic. Let's embrace. Well, this has been so fun. But before we go, at CherryPicks, we're all about celebrating and uplifting each other as women or non-identifying cis men in the entertainment industry. So is there someone in front or behind the camera that you would just love to put on everyone's radar right now? Maybe someone whose work is really inspiring you. You just want to kind of pay it forward, or someone you want to collaborate with.
Oh my gosh, I hadn't even. What I will say, what's so exciting about you also being able to do this interview with me on Zoom, because I'm so terrified of live Instagram, is that I'm following you on Instagram, and 2 of my favorite people follow you also. The actress and singer, songwriter Kate Micucci from Garfunkel and Oates, and also my friend, and she lives right around the corner, Cynthia Dupree Sweeney, who is a novelist. She wrote the book The Nest. Her other book just came out, and now I've forgotten the name of it because I read everything on my Kindle and I never see the title of the book. But Cynthia's a great writer and novelist and friend, and you should get her book, The Nest, and then get the other one. You'll see on Kindle what it is. Yeah. And if you ever see Kate Micucci's name in anything, you want to watch it, you want to buy it, you want to sing along to it. They're both fabulous ladies who follow you. So I'm going to support your audience today. Oh,
I love that. That is so wonderful. And I'm such an avid reader, so I'm going to have to check out Cynthia's work.
She's great.
Okay, cool.
I hope you like it. I'm an avid reader too, and I flew through her. I was so excited, and she thanked me in the second book. I went up the street to her house, and we talked about, because some of it's about behind the scenes acting. Oh, cool. And so I was telling her, some of the real stuff.
Yeah, you're like, here you go. I'm gonna slide this to you.
Yeah. And so it was so exciting to be thanked in the back of a book. I was like, oh.
We can always be thanking each other. I mean, why not? It feels so
true.
Good, right? Well, in the spirit of thanking, thank you, Paget, for just a lovely time this morning, truly, on this fine Friday. What a way to go into the weekend. Thank you for your time. Congratulations on season 2 of Birdgirl and Criminal Minds.
Yes, we start soon. Very exciting. We've been looking forward to this for a long time.
Oh, that must
Yeah.
be so fun. So anyway,
Yes.
so much love coming your way. And thank you. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.